Hey guys, in this video we are going to see how deep can the new GPX 6000 actually go. What we have here is we have different depth pipes buried anywhere from 100 mil all the way up to 500 mil in 50 mil increments. So we have 100, 150, 200, 250 and so on, 9 of them. Now at the bottom of them we actually have a 1 gram minted bar to 99.9% purity from the Perth mint. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through and see, well, how deep can the GPX 6000 actually go? And we're going to run across it and let you listen to the signals. We have a mic right on the speaker. We have a mic on me as well. So you should be able to hear it nice and clear. A little bit later, we are actually going to do the 3 different coils. So we have the 11-inch mono coil here. And then we have the 14-inch coil double D, and we have the brand new 17-inch mono coil that we're going to be testing out. So we're going to see how deep can you go with the different coils. So guys, if you hang to the end of this video, we'll not only show you how this works against the other coils, we'll also show you, is the 6000 better than the 7000 in terms of depth and at what settings. So we've already done a video on the 7000. You can go up here and check it out. What depth does it go to? So stay tuned, we'll check it out. How deep does it all actually go? All right, ready? Let's see. So come across. Again, this is 100 mil, 1 gram minted bar. Every day you will hear that walking across. 150 mil should be 6 inches deep. So we'll come in a bit fast, see how we go. Yep, I'm definitely hearing that. Okay, so next one. Let's head over to the 200 mil. I'll come in fast. Like if I was detecting ground quickly, sort of exploring. Definitely going to hear that at 200 mil. Okay, next one, 250 mil. 250 mil should be 10 inches. So let's have a look and see what we've got at 10 inches. If I come in nice and fast again. I will hear that if I walk over it. Okay, a bit fainter, but you'll definitely hear it, even if you're going fast. Cool. 300 mil, let's check out 300 mil. Now, if you're interested to know what the 7000 actually does and how deep the 7000 goes, make sure you check out this video up here. We have a full video on exactly the same as this video. How deep does the 7000 go? And guys, if you're getting any value out of this, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you stay up to date on all our latest content. So let's come in, have a look at the 300, see how that goes. Come in nice and fast. Oh, a bit faint. You would hear that maybe if you were gridding. If you were coming in, if you were covering some ground and you're going a bit fast like this, you're probably not going to hear it. It's very windy at the moment too, so there's a lot of wind making the detector a little bit noisy. The ground's actually not that noisy. If we come in, you would have to go really slow. Even then, I think you're going to struggle at 300 mark. So we'll come over to the 350, see if we can pick that up. No, you're not going to get that. So I would say that the 6000 is good, just basic settings with the 11 mono coil, up to about 300 mil with a 1 gram minted bar. Comparable, that's just going to be like a small 1 gram nugget. Also bear in mind that these bars are actually laying perfectly flat. So I mean, if they were upright, the signal would probably be less. We've just laid them all perfectly flat just to make sure that it's consistent throughout the whole test. Also, all the tubes are filled with dirt all the way, so there's no air gap or anything like that, with the sand out of the hole that they've come in. We've also pre-tested the holes to make sure that there's no ground noise or anything like that. So in summary, I would say that the 6000 with the 11-inch mono coil, somewhere between the 250 to 300 mark is where you're going to pretty much cap out on a 1 gram piece of gold. Okay, so we're going to go from the 11-inch mono, this comes standard in the kit, to the 14-inch double D. Stay tuned, let's see how that one pans out. Alright guys, so I'm just swapping these out. You obviously have to undo the cable. You might need to give it a little pull as you twist it out when you're swapping the coils out. And we're going to swap out from the 11-inch mono, this little screw here, to the 14-inch double D coil on the 6000. And when you put these on, make sure you put the grommets on before you put the screw in. It will make your life a lot easier. So guys, the double D is more for like mineralized sands and salt flats and that sort of thing. But I mean, in this case, hopefully we can get a bit more depth because that's what we're testing today. Differences in depth from the smaller coil and the bigger coil. If you wanted to see what the smaller coil does, there's a whole nother video up here you can click on. The 11-inch mono, see how deep that one goes. And it'll be at the end of this video, you can check it out. So if I was walking along, this is 100 mil at 1 gram. If I'm walking along, I'm definitely going to ping that nugget, okay? So let's have a look and see how we go at 150 mil. Again, with a bit of speed, sort of recovering an area. A little bit quieter than the last one, but I'm definitely going to hear that walking over it, whether I'm gridding or just walking fast. Let's have a look at 200 mil. How do I go at 200 mil? With a bigger coil, walking in, a little bit fast. Yep, I'm going to hear that, okay? Slowly. Definitely going to hear that, okay? Next one I want to come in at, this is going to be the 250 mil, or 10 inches. Okay, coming in at 250 mil. What's interesting with that is it actually picked it up before the coil got there. Yeah, it's interesting. It's picking it up sort of about here instead of in the middle of the coil. So 250 mil, bit noisy, which they're just so renowned for it, the 6000s. Coming in. You are going to hear that. You'd have to be gridding, I would say, at 250 mil to really hear that properly. I don't think if you're walking past it, I don't think you're going to get it. Well, maybe. Yeah, you probably would. If you're walking along, decent detecting speed, depending on how much ground noise you got, if you had your detector nice and quiet, you would hear it. Okay, so this is 300 mil. Let's see how it goes. Coming in. Yeah, I don't think you're going to hear it. The difference between the 14-inch double D and the tiny little 11-inch, look, they're about the same on a standard ground with a 1 mil minted bar. So I mean, in all easiness, I would probably prefer the smaller coil, but you probably will cover more ground with this. But I mean, I don't have to wear, with the smaller one, I don't really have to wear a bungee or anything. It's quite light and easy to use. So I'd probably opt for the smaller coil. So guys, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to swap out the 14-inch double D to the 17-inch mono, which is just over here. And I'll set that up now, put that on there, and we'll do the same test, see what we come up with. So let's see how deep the 17-inch mono coil actually goes. So this is at 100 mil. If I was walking along with this coil, I'm definitely going to hear that, right, at 100 mil with the double D on there. Okay. So let's see how this same one goes at 150 mil. Again, I'm definitely going to hear that walking across that fast or slow. Almost sounds like a piece of junk. So noisy. Okay, so let's move on to the 200 mil. Clean this up a bit. Definitely going to hear it at 200 mil. Few rocks, I'm walking along. faint, that's a little bit quieter. I definitely still hear that though. You would stop and you would dig that up. All right, 300 mil. The 11-inch mono and also the 14-inch double D capped out at about this point, couldn't really hear it. So if this can do it, this will be the better coil for depth than the other two. Let's have a look. Definitely. So I would probably walk over that if I was going fast. Maybe actually I probably would stop and just scrape the top and get a louder signal. So I would say that the 300 mil for the bigger coil is definitely a win. If I was gridding, I'd definitely pick it up, you know, if you're going that little bit slower. There it is there. Very cool. So, very nice. Let's see if it can hit the 350 mil mark. Well, it doesn't look like we can get the 350 mil. I'll just come in again and go really slow. I don't think so. So somewhere between 300 and 350 mil is where the 17-inch is going to cap out with a 1 gram minted bar at the bottom of some conduited pipes. If you use the high yield, which is the standard one, you will go much deeper. Now if you use the general or the deep setting on a 1 gram minted bar, you'll probably get to about the same distance that you will with the 6000. The other thing to realize, I think, at this point is if you're digging 350 mil, that's a long way to dig, okay? In most cases, in the ground out here, like in Western Australia, you know, you're usually getting a jackhammer or a crowbar or something out after about 300 mil in most cases. So I think the use case of the 600 is actually really good. Obviously, if we wanted to ping those bigger or larger nuggets, we'd have to do a test with, you know, more gold or, you know, more nuggets in terms of weight at the deeper depths to really give the big coils a run for their money. But I mean, at this case, in this point, in this instance, the 6000 is quite comparable in either the general or the extra deep. However, on the high yield, the 7000 still reigns supreme and goes all the way up an extra 100 mil further than, say, this one here, all the way up to 400 mil. 450 mil, sorry. So I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Please hit the like, share, subscribe. Also, stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.